Match your Air Canada Elite status to Virgin Atlantic Flying Club. NEO adds accelerated earn rates for EV charging, and earn 5 times points on private home rentals right here in Canada. All this and more on Rewards Canada's This Week in Rewards for May 30th, 2025. If you're looking to make the most of your loyalty and credit card rewards, you've come to the right place. This is your weekly dose of loyalty rewards, travel, and credit card happenings in Canada from Canada's original points and miles resource, Rewards Canada. As always, a quick reminder that there are links to all the articles that we covered in this video in the description below. I'm your host, Patrick, and as always, we're going to kick things off with credit cards. So as it's the end of the month, there's not lots happening in credit cards. The only news this week we have from credit cards is Neo Financial adding accelerated earn rates for EV charging to their World and World Elite Mastercards. So this one is pretty simple. We've seen a lot of issuers do this now, and now Neo has done it as well. And what this is they're taking the accelerated earn rates that a lot of these cards earn for gas and expanding it to EV charging as well, because of course there are EV charging locations that are not part of gas stations, so those do not fall under gas purchases. I guess it's only fair to have it as well for electric vehicles instead of just focusing on gas vehicles. And so now we see Neo do the same as what other issuers have done, and they have added EV charging to the gas purchases earn rates. So on a card like the Neo World Elite Mastercard, that is going to be 3% cash back on EV charging, and that also falls into the same $1,000 monthly spending cap for gas. So it's $1,000 for gas and or EV charging. And then on the Neo World Mastercard, which is their no fee version, that is 2% cash back, and it also has the same cap of $1,000 per month in spending in gas or EV charging. And that's it for credit card news, but I figured we should get something else in here for credit cards, and it's something we haven't covered in the video for a long time in our This Week in Rewards videos, and that's looking at American Express Cobalt Card confirmed multiplier locations. So this past week we added 21 new locations from the Rewards Canada community, who continues to submit many locations for the American Express Cobalt Card as to places where you can earn 1 times points, 2 times points, 3 times points, or 5 times points. The list is on the screen right now. You can see these 21 new locations. Like I said, I haven't covered this for a long time, so I figured with a sparse week of credit card news, it'll be perfect to put it back up here. If you do not have the American Express Cobalt Card and are serious about points and miles, I have one question for you. Why don't you have this card? It should be in the wallet of every points and miles enthusiast. Actually, I'm going to take that back and go back to my original claim that I always say it should be in the wallet of every Canadian, not just points and miles enthusiast, because it's an excellent travel card, but it's also one of the best cash back cards in Canada. It just gives you so much flexibility in your rewards. So it is an ideal card to be in everybody's wallets. And yeah, with these confirmed multipliers, you can just see it's a good reminder about this feature of all the places that you can earn those points. And a big thank you to the Rewards Canada community for continually adding more and more multiplier locations for the Cobalt Card, and even to other cards like the Scotiabank Gold American Express Card, and to a lesser extent the MBNA Rewards World Elite Mastercard. We could really use some more multipliers there. We don't get many submissions there, but the Cobalt Card by far #1, but that's because it's also the #1 card in Canada. But the other points earning machine, the Scotiabank Gold American Express Card, we're starting to see more and more people submit multipliers there as well. And just a quick note, next week we're going to have one new increased welcome bonus out in the market. Actually, it's going to come out on Sunday. So as long as the issuer has the page live on Sunday, we'll go live with it on our website as well for a new increased welcome bonus. And there's word of possibly a few other cards having new increased welcome bonuses in June. So stay tuned for those on the Rewards Canada website. And of course, we'll cover them all right here on This Week in Rewards as well. Before we continue on to loyalty rewards and travel happenings, if you like today's video, be sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to our channel if you don't do so yet. Hit the notification bell so you're notified when we post new videos. Share the video with friends, family, coworkers, anybody who you think can benefit from the topics we cover. And leave us a comment below, whether it's a question, a clarification, a correction, or you just want to say hi. We'll do our best to respond to everybody's comments. All right, so that does take us into loyalty programs and travel news. So the major loyalty news this week is that you can match your Air Canada Elite status to Virgin Atlantic Flying Club. So Virgin Atlantic has had a status match opportunity, probably for about 15 months or so. We covered it on our global site on frequentflyerbonuses.com. I think it was February 2024. But that time we didn't really cover it on Rewards Canada because there was no Canadian Airlines included. But sometime in that last 15 months, Air Canada has been added as an airline that you can use to status match with Virgin Atlantic Flying Club. I'm assuming they added Air Canada because, of course, Virgin started flying to Toronto at the end of March, and so they want to attract some Air Canada flyers. So the way this status match opportunity works, I actually think it's more a fast track to elite status, not just an exact status match opportunity, because you actually have to fly with Virgin Atlantic or on any code share partner as long as it's a Virgin flight that starts with VS. And your ticket has to start with VS. That's the Virgin Atlantic's 2-letter code. So there can be WestJet flights, between Canada and UK. As long as it's a Virgin flight, you can do that as well. So basically, the way this works is that when you have Air Canada Elite status or status with 10 other airlines, you can request a status match after you have purchased a ticket to fly with Virgin or one of those code shared flights. And what they'll do is they will match your status, and you'll have it 72 hours prior to your travel. So ideally you want to do it for Virgin. You want to get this opportunity to match. And so if you have Aeroplan 50K or higher and fly in the premium or upper class with Virgin Atlantic, you will get Virgin Atlantic Flying Club Gold status. If you fly in a just economy class, you will get silver status, and then Aeroplan 25 and 35K, they can only receive silver status with this status match. Now, like I said, when you get it, you'll get it 72 hours prior to departure, and then you will have that status for 12 months. You'll have it for an entire year. So this is SkyTeam Elite status as well that you'll have for an entire year. Like I said, it's not limited just to Air Canada Elite members though. If you have Elite status with American Advantage, British Airways, Cathay, United Mileage Plus, or numerous other airlines, you can also go for the status match opportunity. Now, I should note that if you do have elite status with any of the SkyTeam airlines, you cannot go for the status match opportunity. Next up in loyalty, I just want to make you aware of a Petro-Points account takeover email. So this is more loyalty fraud. There's so much loyalty fraud going out there. There was an email that was sent out. I actually received this saying that my account was on hold, but there was a lot of red flags in there that showed me right away that it was a scam, somebody wanting to take over the account. But some people may just be skimming over emails. Some people may not be aware. They may think it's legit because there was a Petro-Canada logo on it, and they click the button, fill out the form, and then before you know it, it is too late and your account has been taken over. Some of the easy clues in this email and the things you have to look for is that is look at the email address where it was being sent from. This was not being sent from Petro-Canada. It was not being sent from Suncor. It was some gmbh.com email or some weird email address. But you have to look at that because a lot of times the sender will just show the title of the sender, and in this case it said Petro-Canada. But some of the other flags that they had, they called it Petro-Canada Rewards. They don't call it that. It's always Petro-Canada Petro-Points. They refer to using a mail form, like sign in and fill in this mail form. Nobody actually really uses terminology like that in an email like that. You can tell that, that's pushing it. But then probably one of the bigger giveaways too was that there was no hyphens in Petro-Canada and no hyphens in Petro-Points. Both trademark names for Petro-Canada and Petro-Points are always Petro-Canada and Petro-Points. They will always have the hyphen in there. So these are just things to be aware of, to look for in those emails so that your account does not get taken over. Of course, if you always question these things, you can always call the customer service line for any of these loyalty programs, if they have a customer service line that is accessible, and call them and ask them if the email is legit. And continue on with loyalty rewards, we see the partnership between Emirates Skywards and Marriott Bonvoy expanding to now being able to convert your Skywards miles into Marriott Bonvoy points. So for the longest time, you've been able to convert Marriott Bonvoy points into Skyward miles, but not vice versa. Now these two already have an enhanced partnership called Your World Rewards, where there's elite status benefits across the board and you can earn points and miles vice versa between programs. So this is kind of expanding on that. We've seen this with Aeroplan and numerous other airlines. This is actually, Emirates becomes the 9th airline where you can now convert airline miles into Marriott. The transfer ratio is 3 Skywards miles to 2 Bonvoy points, with a minimum conversion of 3,000 Skywards miles and a maximum of 100,000 per transaction. Now, ideally, you typically don't want to convert airline miles into hotel programs. You can get a lot more value, redeeming for flights. However, if you don't have enough miles in your Skywards account where you would be actually redeeming for a flight that you would actually use, it can make sense to convert. Or there are a lot of programs, not so much in North America, but outside of North America, and Emirates Skywards is one of those, where they have a timestamp on their miles. Their miles only last for 3 years. Doesn't matter how active you are in the program. So if you have miles that are set to expire, you can convert them over to Marriott and save them that way. At least you're getting something rather than losing them and getting zero for those miles. So those are kind of the times you would want to look at converting your miles over to Marriott Bonvoy points. And the next thing for loyalty and travel, and these kind of cover both loyalty and travel because you win loyalty rewards, but you have to travel to get them, are a couple of sweepstakes or contests out there from Etihad Airways and Ethiopian Airlines where they're trying to promote their new destinations. And so what Etihad has is they have the Race to Fly challenge where you can win up to 5 million Etihad guest miles. Yeah, that's a big bonus. So what this is Etihad guest members who fly to all 15 of their new destinations. Yeah, 15 destinations. That's a lot that you have to fly to. The first person who does it will win 5 million guest miles. The second person to do it will win 3 million, and the third will win 1 million miles. So this is a huge promotion, but definitely not as lucrative as the SAS Euro bonus, Scandinavian Airline Systems, their bonus last year. That was open to everybody because this is limited to the first 3 people. So a lot of people who will go for this may end up with no miles, or like no bonus miles that is, or won't win those extra miles. They'll just earn the miles on their flights. So you have to fly to 15 different cities. So that's a lot of travel. And some of those cities are not the easiest to get to, especially the one that everybody's talking about is Sochi in Russia. So it's not an easy task to achieve. And then a lot of these flights start during various times between now and I believe October. So it's a lot of timing, a lot of planning. With Etihad's offer, it is open though to pretty much any flights, like one-way flights can go either direction. So say something like Warsaw and Prague, they're starting within a couple of days, I think one day right after each other. So you could fly Etihad to Prague one day, take a train to Warsaw, fly back from Warsaw to Abu Dhabi the next day, and you've covered 2 of your cities that way. So those are some little tricks to it. But honestly, I don't think this is a promotion a lot of Canadians are going to try and jump on like they did on the Euro bonus offer last fall, just because the logistics behind it is very difficult. And that kind of goes the same for the other one, which is Ethiopian Airlines. So they have their what's called the 1 Million Sweepstakes Challenge, where 5 flyers will each win 200,000 ShebaMiles. So ShebaMiles is the loyalty currency of Ethiopian Airlines. And same thing here, you have to fly to their new cities. So they are launching 5 new cities, and if you fly to 4 out of those 5, plus fly to one other international destination that Ethiopian Airlines flies to, you will get the 200,000 miles, as long as you're one of the first 5 people to do so. So their 5 cities, I have them listed on the screen here, include Hyderabad, Porto, Hanoi, Abu Dhabi, and Sharjah. And then you have one extra. So I mean, if you were as a Canadian wanting to go for this, one round trip would be out of Toronto to Addis Ababa. And then you can add these other flights and do the round trips. Again, the logistics behind it for Canadians are kind of difficult, but I thought I'd let you guys know about these offers because it's kind of exciting seeing the airlines do more and more promotions like these where they're really trying to get you out there flying and really rewarding you for it. Hopefully we'll see some more like SAS Euro bonuses that will be more ideal for the Canadian market. And that takes us into the bonus blast. This is where we take a look at a few of the bonus miles and points offers we've added to the Rewards Canada website over the past week. Some of the ones we feel should be highlighted, but as always, we are adding many more offers, which you can check out in our bonus offers section. So the first offer we're going to look at is a 5 times Marriott Bonvoy points offer for private home rental stays. So this is with Homes and Villas by Marriott Bonvoy. So that is their private home rental booking platform. It's just like Airbnb, but you do it through Marriott and you can earn your Marriott Bonvoy points. So this one is 5 times points on home rentals of 4 days or more right here in Canada, Canada only, as long as you book them by July 10th. And it's good pretty much for the entire year, from June 1st to December 30th. You'll earn your 5 times points on those stays as long as you meet that criteria of 4 or more days right here in Canada, and that you include your Marriott Bonvoy number on the reservation. And that takes us right into their other homes and villas offer, which is their global offer, which is 2 times Marriott Bonvoy points on private home rentals. Now this is globally on all rentals outside of Canada. 4 more days, again, worldwide. This offer you actually have to register for, so you have to click the link. You can find it in our description below. You go register for the offer and then make your booking. You have to book by June 5th, so it's even a much shorter booking period than the Canada offer. And this is only valid for stays over the summer from June 1st through till September 4th. You will earn those 2 times points. Now remember, your homes and villa stays you'll want to pay for with one of your Marriott cards, whether you have the Marriott Bonvoy American Express card or the Marriott Bonvoy Business American Express card, as you'll earn 5 points per dollar on those Marriott purchases. And if you don't have either card, remember right now they are being offered with their best ever bonuses for this year of 110,000 points on the consumer card and up to 130,000 points on the business card. We talked about in last week's video, which I'll link to the video right up here so you can check those out, and there will be links to those cards in the description below as well. And going back to another 5 times points offer, this one is from Air Canada Aeroplan, who are offering 5 times points for shopping with Apple via the Aeroplan e-store. So this offer, you can earn 5 times points for shopping online via Apple, whether you have the stuff shipped to you or pick up in store. As long as you do it online via the e-store, you will earn 5 times Aeroplan points. Now, I did not see an actual end date on the Air Canada website. I'm assuming it is June 1st because that's when their other home kind of offers, home electronics offers are ending. But maybe it'll go past that. They don't have an end date on the page. But so if you want to make sure you earn those 5 times points and you're watching this video prior to June 1st, go and do your Apple shopping right away so you can earn those extra Aeroplan points on those purchases. And as always, remember to check out the Rewards Canada bonus offers section at rewardscanada.ca/bonuses.html. Do so before you book any travel, whether it's flights, hotels, car rentals, you name it. So many people just go directly to an airline or directly to an hotel or car rental company and book. And so many people don't realize they can be earning 1,000 bonus miles here, double points there, you name it. There's always a lot of extra miles and points on the table that can be earned on your travels. And by taking advantage of those offers, the sooner you'll be redeeming those points and miles for even more travel. And that's all she wrote for this week. Be sure to check out rewardscanada.ca on a daily basis and or our socials on a daily basis, because there are offers that are short term. There are flash offers. We had some Air Miles flash offers this week. They do not make it into this video. They do not make it into our newsletter either. But at the very least, you should be subscribing to the Rewards Canada newsletter. Every Friday is a roundup of all the news we've covered that week. So that way, if you're not checking us out on a daily basis, you get that roundup. And then Saturday is the bonus bulletin. And that lists all the bonus points and miles offers we have posted for that week to Rewards Canada. It can be anywhere from 20 to 60 or more offers. That is your ticket to more miles, more points, and more rewards. Thank you everybody for tuning in this week. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.